Hello, Grace here. Continuing from my previous video, this round of drafting blocks is an extension of that. If you'd like to check out part 1, I'll have it linked in the icon above and the description below. When it came to filming this time, I figured I could capture a few more up-close details from the overall process, aside from just time-lapsing everything, because after a while that does get a little monotonous and boring. It's pretty much the same process: drafting the master plan, tracing out the pattern pieces, cutting and sewing up a toile, and testing the fit before going back to square one and repeating the process until it fits just right. Then it's tracing and transferring the guides to the cardboard and cutting it out. First, there are the slacks. They're a more fitted iteration to the trouser blocks, where it's slimmer around the legs and lifted in the crotch and waist to cup and perk the booty. Then I made 2 more front bodices with dart manipulation, one with the waist and side dart and another with the princess line darts. Also another back bodice, simply without the shoulder dart. And then lastly, there are the torso blocks. It incorporates the front and back bodices extended down to the hip line. Typically, you'd use this to draft jackets and dresses. It cuts down on the extra time it would take to combine and draft the bodice and skirt blocks into one. What I didn't get to mention or show in the first video is that the whole process can create quite a lot of waste, paper and cloth-wise. As it is, I'm trying to minimize the amount of waste I'm producing, and wherever I can, I'll reuse my materials. For instance, if it's a piece that is too big, I trim out the excess from the existing pattern. Take this side front panel and back panel from my torso toile. It was slightly too loose around the bust but just right at the waist. So what I did was trace out the new guidelines on the existing pattern piece, ripped open the side seams, laid them flat on a large cutting mat, and used the fabric rotary cutter to trim away the excess. But if I have to cut out an entirely new piece, I would try to cut my next pattern from previous scraps of fabric, ones that are large enough, or patchwork scraps from toiles that I'd seam rip open and iron flat again. I would also rework my previous toiles by reusing the zipper and other parts of the toile I know fit perfectly well instead of having to cut out a whole new set. So there's the unglamorous and time-consuming task of seam ripping, removing the thread, and then piecing everything back together. It's all good and fun since I found that I could be momentarily amused by a cute ball of black thread that reminded me of those cute little dust balls from Spirited Away, although technically they are soot balls. The set is nearly complete for what I need or want in this case, and I'm quite pleased with it. I'm still missing out on the dartless variations, but for now I'll take a pause here. The last thing I had to do for my blocks was to sand out the rough edges, punch out holes, and add some protective tape to prevent them from tearing open. And what's typically done in the studio is to join them together by a ring so that they can be hung up. Hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time.